we just started, like, you know, your name, like, who are you?
Blee. I'm Blee from Nashville, Tennessee, baby. Originally, it was Lil Blee. Ari didn't like it. But I think it's just, I mean, fuck, how many Lils are there, you know? So and I think Blee just, it just sounds better by itself. And so my last name's Blee Hovde, which is Norwegian. And I'm the youngest of three, so my oldest brother, everyone just calls him Blee or J Blee. And then my middle brother's C Blee, or people just called him Blee, and I was always Lil Blee. And my brother's best friend Marvin, he'd always just call me Lil Blee. He'd be like, Lil Blee, you know, and I was like, Big Marv. And that was just our little thing. And so the name just stuck with me. And it's like, I don't ever introduce myself. I mean, I do now, that's me, and that's my artist name, but I'd introduce myself as me, and people just call me Blee or Lil Blee. So first started probably I was about 9 or 10 years old, and me and my brother were in the back seat, and one of us, I don't know who it was, but just started beatboxing, and we just started freestyling. It was pretty dope, and I got into it, and that was like we were talking about earlier, my first album. My brother was the only one who had a CD player and got Country Grammar, Nelly, for Christmas. And so we always just were bumping that, and just the love for the music started there. I started actually recording my first stuff probably at 14. I think it was just when I first started getting like people like perceiving my stuff and like, damn, this guy's actually pretty sick, you know what I mean? I'd kind of be known, like I'd walk into parties in high school, and they'd be like, oh shit, you know, like Blee's here, you know, let's get this guy a drink, let's get him flowing so he get rapping. And I just started in, and I would, you know, a couple hundred people parties, you know, maybe sometimes smaller, 50 people, and I just kind of have the center of attention, man, whole crowd around me, and just kind of fell in love with the vibe and the energy I got from it, you know, and that gave me the confidence that it's like, damn, I guess I'm pretty good. I went to college for like a year or two, obviously dropped out, but I was at a party there. I just was rapping, just freestyle, went for like, you know, a couple minutes, however long it was, and just when I was done, you know, literally every person coming up like, damn man, you rap, like you actually, and I was like, first time I was like, yeah, I got some stuff, and would email it to them, or like, I make beats, I do this, you know, so just kind of I was like, damn, I guess this is what I'm gonna do, and it's what I love to do, so, you know, I might as well go for it. I feel like I have my own sound, and I hear a beat, it doesn't matter if it's like a Travis Scott club banger type beat, or like a little, you know, like I'm gonna tell a story through like a little, you know, like I said, like a boom bap, old school hip hop feel. It's just I hear something, and the song comes to me, and it's, you know, I either fuck with it right away or I don't. So I feel like I can go a lot of ways with it, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm versatile with it.
You're from Tennessee?
Nashville, yeah, Nashville, Tennessee.
Do you think that has any like influence on your sound?
I've heard people have said, like, you know, Ari says it a lot, how I have like a little twang in my voice, like a little suck, but I guess it works, but I'm trying to flip it around. Nashville's all country. I'm trying to flip it to the hip hop scene.
Yeah,
put them on.
That's a big like country scene.
Oh yeah, huge, dude. Everywhere you go.
Hip hop.
Oh man, I hate country for one. Everyone's like, oh, you live there? And I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, dude, you can go downtown at like 10 in the morning, there's already people playing live sets everywhere. Dudes on the side of the street, you know, with their guitar open, like, it's just everywhere. I think that maybe like made me not like it in a sense, just because that's all I hear, you know. It's like, well, is there any other kind of music, you know? Yeah, we were out in LA first week in April, and we were out there for a week. We did a couple studio sessions at Universal, and went to Harvey Mason Jr. studio and worked with a couple, you know, big time people. So it was a experience of a lifetime, man, for sure.
Big time people like who?
I was with at Universal. I did about three days with Malik Youssef, multiple Grammy Award winner. He's known for, you know, writing and working with Kanye West, Chance the Rapper, Vic Mensa. You know, the list goes on and on from there. The guy is a genius, to say the least, man. I wouldn't say I was concerned going out there, but, you know, when you land, this was my first time on a plane too. So, you know, I land in LA, and I'm I'm not with my manager, my lifelong buddy, so I feel uncomfortable just in that sense. I'm hopping in an Uber, hardly been in those either. So all that was, like culture shock for me, and then walk up, and get dropped off, and you got the freaking Universal globe, and I'm like, damn, I'm like big statue, and I'm like, I'm here, and this is about to happen, and walk in, and the first thing when Malik got there, he just gave me a hug, and I went in for the dap, and I got the big bear hug, but it was dope, man, and it just started, the energy in the room started right when he walks in, and he commands the room for sure, and everyone in it, so it was dope.
Was it like surreal to you, like
with
somebody that's worked with like Kanye and Drake?
Oh my God, man, yeah, and I tried to not like block it out, but I wasn't trying to be like thinking about it too much, where like I'm in there like, oh man, like am I gonna say the wrong thing, or like am I gonna, am I, can I live up to the hype of being out here and him working with those dope artists, and I think just from right when he got in, he was just, like I said, he hugged me and was like, let's go, man, and it was just, doesn't matter if we were just, vibing to it, or meet him with ideas, or me, it was surreal, man, to say the least. One thing he was saying was like, I'm trying to see who you sound like, and he's like, I guess you don't sound like anybody, which I think was dope. I think that's the best thing as an artist you could have, is just your own sound, and I'm definitely passionate with mine, and I take that as like the best compliment, or I could receive. He was telling me one story about with Kanye where they had like, I don't know if it was days or weeks, but he was like, man, we were going back and forth just should he say him or like he, just like in a line, like he did this, or like something, like something, I don't really know exactly, but I think it just made like, it's like the importance of, every word matters, and you want to create an image, is what he always said. You want people to hear the song and see what you want them to, what you're wanting to, the picture you're trying to create. And I really took that to heart, and I'm gonna, build off of that, and going forward making music. It was a big inspiration for sure. During the day, we were working on writing, and still just kind of chilling, and feeling each other out, just getting the vibe, the energy, where never met him, so just kind of feeling each other out really. And then it gets to nighttime, the prime time, and it's, dude, I remember I was in the booth laying down a verse, and there's 15 people in there, there's girls, there's drinks flowing, and it's just kind of like all surreal. And then Quincy walks in, Quincy Jones III, QD3, and I'm just like, well, damn. Coolest thing, I remember I had my eyes closed, and I'm just laying something down, and I open them up, and the whole room's just bouncing, man. It's just like, okay, this is happening, you know what I mean? And people are fucking with it, from Malik to Quincy to, their Universal execs in there, and it's just like, this is really happening, and this is big, man. And I remember coming out of the studio, and Quincy didn't even like, it wasn't like, hey, I'm Quincy, or hey, he just gave me a big hug and was like, man, I really love what you do, and it was crazy, man. It's a beautiful thing. IABT will be my debut project, and it'll be more like an EP, 5-6 songs, and we're just narrowing down the track list. And I would rather just to start, first project, like you said, you don't want to have like 15 songs. I feel like as a new artist, you're less likely to someone to listen to 10, 15 songs than they were to hit 5 or 6. You know what I mean? I want it to be where it's 5 or 6 strong songs where you hear one, you want to hear the next one, you want to hear, and so on until you play the whole fucking thing through. My debut track will be, so I'll have a single out with Rain Man, who's a producer with Steve Aoki's label. So he has 5 singles that he's supposed to do to put out this year, and I believe my song will be second on his release, which will hopefully be early September. So that'll be dope. So my first song will be with, a big time producer that has a nice little following, and it's backed by a big time label. So I worked with some producers called the Wavies at Harvey Mason's studio, which then led me to Kevin Randolph, who is one of Logic's main producers. So definitely got plugged in with the right people for sure.